This video is just to give you a quick explanation of what we learned in our first few days riding Onewheels. I go first?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so right here is a Onewheel Pint X. This is a new generation of the Pint. It is smaller than the GT. First thing I'm going to say is this. If you rode boards when you were younger of any kind, skateboard, if you surfed, if you snowboarded, anything like that, you're gonna pick up quicker than if you don't really have much experience with those. The second thing is, in my opinion, it is much more difficult than it looks in the videos. When you see people riding them, it kind of looks easy. When you actually start learning, it's just very unusual because it's not like riding a skateboard, where you have four wheels. You're balancing in the middle, so you're using muscles that you might not have muscle memory for when you were skateboarding. Actually, it's probably closer to surfing and snowboarding, the muscls. Skateboarding is more of my background, not so much snowboarding or surfing. So for me, there were muscles that it took a while, and I'm still learning completely. I can ride around, I can go down some slants and go up hills and do different things, but it is really a learning curve. The practice before you get on the board, definitely work with someone to hold you and just get familiar. Even before you turn it on, just step on it and step off of it and really practice your dismounts. Even if the board is off, turn it off, stand on it, jump off. Just get familiar with that feeling of if you need to bail out and jump off so you don't hurt yourself. The other thing is, I've got all kinds of padding on, helmet, these knee pads. The first day that I went on, I actually tanked pretty hard, and I went into what's called pushback mode, where the board just completely kicked me off. Best way to prevent it is to
pay attention to your board.
Pay attention to the board, because the pushback is a real thing. The board starts to tilt back on its own. It does a thing where your natural instinct is kind of like, oh, why am I slowing down? I need to balance this out. As soon as you start to balance this out, it can just stop, and all that weight and momentum that you have, you're just going to fly off. So really pay attention to that. But that's all the more reason we're really practicing the dismount. Practice with the heel dismount, practice with the 2-foot dismount, practice with just jumping off, whatever you need to do just to really jump on and feel like in any situation you can escape that situation without some type of serious injury. So that's about it. Again, wear a helmet always, pads, protect your arms. There's no reason you don't have to. I mean, if you're doing it for style, then fine, whatever. If you think it's cool, I mean, for me, I just I've got a job, I got other things. I just want to take care of my arms, legs, wrists, and have a good time without all the extra pain and suffering. So that's about all I have to say. That's my tips, though. All right, dude, I'm done. I took up most of the time, so.
I would say, when you first start, it's really unnatural, but the more you do it, the more you get used to it. Skateboarding when you're younger, that helps a lot. But snowboarding, I feel like it's a combination of snowboarding and ripsticking. That's what it's like for me, at least.
I never rode a ripstick, so
they're harder than normal. Definitely harder than normal.
That's with the two wheels in front of each other?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
it's harder than a one wheel?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just saying, that's the combination.
They don't go that fast though.
They can go fast.
So they go fast as they. No. Maybe not. This goes 18 to 20 miles an hour.
Yeah. The ripstick doesn't go that fast.
Yeah.
But balance. I would say trust the board more instead of trying to take it into your control. Because when you do that, you just end up falling off, and that's never fun.
That's true. That's really true, actually. I tried to get more control of the board instead of just naturally going over like a bump, and I lost control.
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing is, lock-on. Doesn't count for you, but I'm gonna tell you, wear flat shoes. Vans are great. Nikes are great. There's certain Nikes that are great. Certain Vans with the really flat bottoms. This is what I found, because when I first started, I was using a pair of tennis shoes and then a pair of Keens that had like more of a flat sole, but not that flat. And then I jumped into a pair of Vans, and it was like night and day. You can feel the sense, you can feel the board completely on your feet, almost as if your feet are connected to the board. And that's mostly what you see people that are riding wearing is really flat shoes. So I highly recommend flat shoes. Also, you can practice on a flat bed of grass. When your first time, just in case you do fall, you know, you're just minimizing the impact. Lachlan, do you have more to say?
Well,
I don't think you can see you now.
Balance.
All right, well, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching.